my channel. It's Miss Travelin Diva, you guys. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to apply for a Schengen visa. But before we get started, don't forget to go ahead and click that subscribe button and that notification button. Now, the first thing that I want to tell you is that this is a do-it-yourself version. You do not need to have a travel agent to do this here. We've actually done this ourselves, so just want you to know you can do it yourself. So the first thing you want to do in terms of applying is you want to go to the website and download the application. Reason for that is you want to make sure you have the most current application and you need it in hand. So you want to look at it, you want to make sure that you read it in its entirety, but you want to download it directly from the Schengen site to be able to do that. Once you get the application, and I'm looking down because I wrote notes, but once you get the application, then you need to determine which type of Schengen visa do you need. Do you need the single entry, double entry, or multiple entry? I will let you read your own instructions in terms of which one is applicable for you, but here's what I will tell you. If you have never applied or been approved for a Schengen visa, don't apply for the multiple one because they will not approve that on the first approval. So save yourself some time and headache on that one. You don't want to apply for the multiple one if you've never been approved for a Schengen visa. The next thing in terms of the application is to read it in its entirety. Please read every portion of the application so that you understand what they are looking for and what you need to include. So one example of what is required when you apply for it is you have to have medical emergency evacuation insurance and repatriation insurance. It's roughly, I believe the amount is 30,000 euros. It's inexpensive. I'll put the link to where I purchased ours at. It was about 17 euros is what it cost us for that. So it's a really inexpensive policy, but you do need to make sure you have that. The next thing is where to apply. So if you are doing a single entry, then you're going to apply at the embassy of the country you're going to visit. If you are doing a double or multiple, then you need to apply at the embassy where you're going to be staying the longest. They don't care about where you're starting first. They want to know where's your longest length of stay going to be. So if your length of stay is going to be at your second destination, perhaps, then you want to apply at that embassy. And that is very important because if you show up at the wrong one, they will turn you away. So just make sure you're applying at the one where you're going to be the longest. And then next is when to apply. You want to apply 90 days prior. You cannot apply 91 days. It has to be 90 days. So make sure that you pull out your calendar to count that out to see when is 90 days prior to when I'm actually going to enter the Schengen zone area, and then that's when you want to apply. You also have to apply in person, and in order to do that, you have to make an appointment. And so you would do that online. So when you go to that embassy's website, they have the instructions on how to schedule your appointment, but you want to schedule that appointment. But again, just make sure that in terms of that visa, it's not issued prior to 90 days to your arrival into the Schengen area. In terms of what to be prepared for, so be prepared to bring all your documentation with you, but also be prepared to be fingerprinted. That is the normal process. You will be fingerprinted when you go there. That's just something that they do, so don't be alarmed. That is, when they actually do that for you. Also, don't forget to sign it. Believe it or not, that is a common mistake that many people make. They forget to sign the application, so please make sure that you completely read everything and make sure that you sign it as well. Cover letter. Cover letter is very helpful. And what a cover letter is, it's basically you're highlighting what your purpose of the trip is, and then you're also bulleting what you have enclosed with the application. I'm going to put a sample of it in the description below to show you what we actually did as well. But it's a really simple process, but you want to do it because you're going to make their job easy. This is how they can actually look at your application to see what you've enclosed. And this is your good double check to make sure that you have enclosed everything. So make sure you put a cover letter on top of the application when you apply for it. Next thing that I want to talk to you about is these are some things that I just think you should know. If you get approved for your visa, please don't overstay. When you overstay, the chances of you getting another visa there is very slim. So please just don't do it. Make sure that you enter when you're supposed to and you exit when you're supposed to as well. Also, make sure you have proof of income. They want to make sure that you have enough funds to be able to be there to stay, but also that you have ties back to your home country. So make sure that you have the ability to demonstrate you have the funds to be there, but also you plan on going back. And part of that is the requirement of having a round trip airline ticket. Double check that application. Really, you can triple check it. You can't check it too many times. Make sure you have completed and you understand it and you're completing it in its entirety. It's something that you can do. You just have to take your time and just be patient with it and just go through every area. And then the last thing to make sure you do, make sure you have your funds for your visa fee. So you have to pay a fee for it. So make sure you go online to see what that fee is, depending on the type of visa that you're applying for. But you want to make sure you have those funds available in the currency that they require. So depending on where you're going to apply from, we applied from the US, so those fees had to be in US dollars. But if you are applying from a different country, you want to make sure that you have the visa fee in the currency that they require. So hope you like this video. If I missed anything or if you have additional questions, go ahead and comment below. Don't forget to click like and share it. And also, please subscribe and hit that notification button.